Oh, hello there. Wait, there's something I'm supposed to start this video. What was that? Oh, yeah. Pynk ladies, T-birds, and just happen to be watchers of Miss Jimmi shit. My name is Draper, and Jimmi can't be here tonight because the VMAs were a little bit much for her. Very irritating, very boring. There were some highlights, but she just decided that it wasn't worth her time to review it. So she called me, Draper, because I live to be petty. And in fact, I've lived for quite a long time, and I've come from 60 years in the past to be petty. So you'll have to excuse me. I'm still getting used to this whole technology thing. Now, on with these things that you guys have called the Video Music Awards. And this thing called Twitter, which is really nice because I have all of basically what Jimmi thought right here that I can share with you. So I guess the VMAs is some show where you reward celebrities for doing something called a music video, I guess. Come a long way from the 60s, I gotta tell you. No Frank Sinatra. But I digress. So, a couple things that Jimmi wanted me to tell you guys. First of all, we're going to talk about a couple of the things that she absolutely loved because they're few and far between. And we can get those out of the way so that I can do what I do best, which is be petty. So, Kendrick Lamar was fantastic, as he usually is, according to Jimmi. He did this whole Kung Fu Kenny thing, which I guess is his alter ego. Like, I guess you guys as artists have alter egos now. But he did this whole Kung Fu Kenny thing, and it had like a remix to his song DNA that had like an Asian feel to it. And then he was like in the dojo, and the dojo caught fire, and there were like karate guys all climbing on the fire while he was just like nailing the lyrics. This new form of music that you guys have where they just talk over the music. It's phenomenal. Some people are better than others, though, according to Jimmi. And apparently this Kung Fu Kenny guy is one of the best. But it was great. And then Jimmi wanted to say that she does like Ed Sheeran, but the performance was just okay. But Cardi B's reaction was everything. I don't know what was everything means just yet. I'm still getting used to this whole 2017 lingo. Cardi B's face was everything. She wanted to say that she loved Cardi B's pink outfit and that Cardi B shouted out Colin Kaepernick because apparently you guys have black people in the NFL now. Okay. So she wanted to say thank you to Cardi B and that thumbs up for Cardi B. And she wanted to say that she absolutely loved Logic's performance, which was much needed to say. And then, oh my God, who knew that you guys were still dealing with racism now? But I guess you guys are. So, Logic spoke about it. General Robert E. Lee's great grandson, if he would be the fourth, I think, grandson, who is now a pastor, who spoke out about white supremacy. We're above that in Manhattan. We don't do that. But anyway, and that was good. And there was Pynk's speech was wonderful, even though I don't understand women looking like men. Like, but hey, 2017, but that speech was wonderful, and she was talking to her daughter. As you guys may know, me and my daughter don't have the greatest relationship, but it was nice to see somebody being a mother to their child and not be concerned about themselves, be more concerned about their daughter. That was great. And I'm sorry if I missed all the good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and read through Jimmi's, what do you guys call this? A birdie? Something? This is a telephone now. Like, there's no wire. This is a telephone now, and it basically kept the notes. So I know enough that I can go ahead and read through it. Okay? So, oh, that was another positive she wanted to talk about was Paris Jackson, because Paris Jackson came out and also made a speech against racism and stuff like that, and that was great. Okay, so now to the pettiness. Julia Michaels. Lovely little blonde girl, just wonderful. I mean, I think her hair should have been coiffed a little bit better, but it is what it is. And I find her music enjoyable. However, maybe she doesn't need to sing live, because that sounded a mess. Let's talk about the big thing. Because this is when Jimmi said, hey, Mrs. Draper, can you come on over, do this video for me because I can't. And she's already done a video about Taylor Swift's new song. And the world premiere video came out. Now, me and Jimmi, we share 100% opinions on this video. And that opinion is it belongs in the disposal. Okay? It belongs in the garbage disposal. It's terrible. Okay? First of all, one thing I like about this 2017 thing, as opposed to the 60s where I'm from, is that women can be themselves. Like, we were just starting the sexual revolution. We were just starting to come into our own in the 60s. I would think by now, women could just be themselves. Well, I've been back and forth, done some research about the future. And it seems like this little girl, Taylor Swift, though not my taste in music, though not Jimmy's taste in music, was a pretty decent artist. And she knew who she was. And then Jimmi and I watched this video. And I have to tell you, what in the Sam Hale, Beyonce, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Katy Perry, Gwen Stefani was this? Because it was not Taylor Swift, honey. I don't know who this little girl thought she was trying to be in this video. The old Taylor is dead? No, I think Taylor Swift is dead in general because I don't know who this little girl is. And something that Jimmi and I were discussing. Jimmi and I were discussing appropriation and people not being themselves. And alter egos and reinvention. And yes, all great artists reinvent themselves. All great artists reinvent themselves. A lot of artists do have alter egos just to show a different side of themselves. This is all true. However, there is nothing about this song and nothing about this video that seems like this is this girl at all. And I want to talk about appropriation. And I should actually let Jimmi, and Jimmi might do a separate video just about this. I don't know. I haven't talked to her yet. But what Jimmi was telling me is there was this artist, Lily Allen, who kind of did this whole like changeover and kind of started looking a little bit more hip hop, a little bit more urban. And her video had like twerking and things in it, but it was a commentary of where music was going right now. And then she was also telling me about this little girl named Miley Cyrus. And that Miley Cyrus completely up and changed her image from being like this Disney. Apparently Disney has a channel now. I'm still getting used to this 2017 thing. But Disney has a channel, and she started off acting on that, and then she had a music career from that, but she started country, and that her dad was a country star, and she grew up country, and all of a sudden she was hip-hop, and in fact, this is kind of the thing that the girl Lily Allen was making fun of. However, both of these people got a lot of backlash for this. And we're being told, you know, we're basically, what's the word that you guys use in this century? Being dragged for doing this. And here you have this girl, Taylor Swift, who is doing this genre of music that's not related to anything she's ever done before. It's not very musical at all. The hook is just her talking. And then the video is showing a bunch of imagery that seems like it's more in line with more urban artists, or, artists that are related to a more urban look and urban sound. I thought it was awful. And then the end, like she's, what's the word you guys use? Dragging. And then she's like dragging herself because the old Taylor is talking to the new Taylor, and no. Save that. Keep that. Keep that. Keep that, please. Let me see. Oh. Let's see. These are all about this video. Let's see what they. Katy Perry, who was the host this evening. Lovely girl. Apparently she used to have really good music too, and then like all of a sudden she's not doing so great. But these jokes, I mean, really, they should have gotten somebody from those Dean Martin roasts to wrote. Oh, I guess those people aren't alive anymore. Well, I heard you guys have wonderful comedians in 2017, but whoever was writing this Katy Perry's jokes, they really need to go back to the drawing board. I mean, they were absolutely horrible, and the jokes were corny for my era. They were horrible. They were trash. I don't understand. It was so bad. Now I want to talk about this little girl named Lorde, who, again, very big on being herself. And she's a really good singer, and she's an artist, and she writes her own music, and apparently this girl is very young. However, one of the shows that Jimmy has introduced me to, called RuPaul's Drag Race, I absolutely love. I've seen every episode, and I'm trying to figure out why this little girl, Lorde, came out dressed like Jiggly Caliente on the first episode of her season with this baked potato foil dress on, and then she's doing like these goofy dances, and the little girl's not a good dancer to begin with, and then she's not lip-syncing to the music, she's not singing, she's just doing this goofy interpretive dance in this baked potato dress, and I don't know what is going on with all of that. Fifth Harmony. Fourth Harmony. There's only 4 of them now. And they threw, what did you guys say in this century? They threw shade at their other member. And they did this thing where they were on stage, and there was 5 of them, and they snatched it, and it was only one. I mean, one of them fell off the stage. And that was pleasant. I enjoy pettiness. I enjoy pettiness. It was petty and delicious. And then there's this song that I heard that's called, and excuse my language, fuck those other niggers, because I'm down for my niggers. And it's all about loyalty and being with your people. And they had mixed that into their routine. And it was shady. Is it shady? It was shady. It was glorious. But MTV was also being shady because what was going on with the microphones? Everybody that sang live, microphones sounded like trash. At one point, or another. And I was very upset about that, and Jimmy just got fed up. Jimmy was just done. So there was an award for Best Collaboration. And again, this little girl, Taylor Swift, and this little guy named Zayn, they used to be in a boy group himself, won. Now, even I know the song with the Chainsmokers and Halsey. Even I know that song. That song was everywhere. I do rather enjoy that song, Broccoli. And even though I don't really care for DJ Khaled, is that Khaled? However you pronounce it. That song's pretty huge. So I was quite shocked and quite disappointed that this Zayn and this little Taylor Swift girl that just did this raggedy video a few minutes ago won that award. And I think it's because she wasn't eligible for any other awards. And she said, listen, if I'm going to debut my video, I need to win an award. And they gave it to her because I definitely don't think it's that. Oh, Jimmy wanted me to tell you guys Tiffany Haddish, she loves Tiffany Haddish, and Tiffany Haddish was like the only thing that was funny on the show. We talked about Cardi B. Oh, I did not talk about Demi Lovato. Jimmy wanted me to tell you guys that she absolutely loves Demi Lovato, even though she was another one that mic sounded bad. But she loves Demi Lovato. She thought Demi Lovato did a great job. She thought Demi Lovato looks great. But she wants Demi Lovato to stay with this type of music because she sounds better. She needs room for her voice. Instead of doing these new pop songs, but you guys have a lot of those in this era. What happened to singers singing? Why is everything like one note and just da 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 da? Anyway, let's see what else she was talking about. Oh, this is all about Pynk. Jimmy loves Pynk because that's Jimmy's namesake, and it was a great performance. But she was like, "Yo, where's the aerials?" Those are her exact words. "Yo, where's the aerials?" This girl, Pynk, usually does, and she's been doing it for a long time, and we were getting really tired of it. I was getting tired of it. And I haven't even been in this century that long, and I was getting tired of it. Her doing all the flips and rolls, but she was getting the Video Vanguard Award, and I wanted to see aerials, and we did not get aerials, but it was a good performance. But initially, her mic sounded bad, too. I want to talk about something that Jimmy did notice, but I'm going to talk about this because, as you may know, my husband is in advertising. Or my ex-husband was in advertising. And you guys' advertising in this fucking century is all fucked up. Oh, excuse me. A lady doesn't say that. But you guys' advertising is horrible. So, I'm watching this guy named Cal. I'm not very familiar with him. I have heard his song in passing. The guy had a gorgeous lilac suit on. I love that. You guys is fashion in this era. You guys can like relax and just like not be all dressed up all the time. Anyway, the guy's performing. He sounds good. And then it cuts off to go to commercial. Not the first time I've seen this tonight. However, then you go to some guy who's not even performing at the VMAs, who wasn't invited to perform at the VMAs. I don't even know if the guy was even nominated for a VMA. And there's like a fake VMA stage, but it says the VMAs. And he gets to perform a whole song. And at the end of the song, it's like, that was sponsored by Extra Chewing Gum. Now, this is something I will say. And I think my ex-husband would have agreed. Yes, in sales, in advertising, you are trying to sell a product. I don't see how that was selling your product. I also don't see how it was fair to artists who really worked and struggled and was asked to perform and got their music together. And there are artists that were actually nominated for awards that night who got to perform, and then you guys will run a commercial with somebody doing a full performance that was sponsored by a gum company. And I think that that is awful. It is deplorable. And I think that my ex-husband would have totally agreed with that because there was no integrity in that ad whatsoever. And guess what? What you did is make sure that I will never chew extra gum, not even when I can't smoke. But I love to smoke. So anyway, Jimmi did want to mention Alicia Cara because she felt like her performance was really short and that she looked beautiful at the beginning, but it was pretty obvious that she was going to take all of that off because that girl doesn't do that. I think she looked absolutely stunning in that gown and the makeup. But like I said, in this era, you guys don't do that. Your girls, boy, you guys don't leave a lot to the imagination. But this girl just wears t-shirts and jeans and it's okay. And that's fine. I understand this is not the 60s anymore and we're not all prim and proper at all times. But I thought her performance was really short. It was shorter than, again, let me go back. Jimmi mentioned it, but this is what really made me mad. Her performance was shorter than the guy whose performance was a fucking ad. Excuse me. I am being so unladylike by swearing. And then also, Artist of the Year, Ed Sheeran. Lovely little Irish-looking gentleman. I think he's British, but lovely little Irish ginger-looking gentleman. But I'm familiar with him, and I'm familiar with the music of the other nominees. Ariana Grande. I love the fact that you guys have water in bottles, too. That's amazing. Ariana Grande and Kendrick Lamar. All these other people, I don't think that Ed Sheeran should have won. Speaking of being petty, Jimmi too, but I need Remy Ma to stop. Okay? We have it. We got it. You don't like Nicki Minaj. You sheathered her. People don't believe that you won. Jimmi and I do believe that you won. However, let it go. Just to let it go. It's petty now. And it's not the cute petty. It's desperate petty. It's not petty Draper. It's not petty Crocker. It's ugly petty. And it's not cute. We talked about Logic. 30 Seconds to Mars. I liked that performance, but I was just a little confused on why the graphics for that were better than the graphics for Suicide Squad. You guys make movies out of comic books now. It's amazing. And, I think just the last thing that we need to talk about really at this point is Katy Perry's ending performance for this song, Swish Swish. First of all, that outfit was atrocious. For that to be an ending performance, there wasn't enough flash and flare. Your opening performance should not be better than your ending performance. I think that even Fifth Harmony's performance was even better. Demi Lovato's performance was better. Like, it was just not good. And then you get Nicki Minaj, who turns around and has on a referee outfit, which is perfectly appropriate. Cute outfit. But it's a performance. Why is she standing still? You're not Leslie Gore, sweetheart. You're not sitting there singing a ballad. I need you to move. Okay, I get it. That you think you're a Barbie doll. They make black Barbie dolls now. Did you know that? I get it that you're supposed to be a Barbie doll, but you're not really a Barbie doll. In the words of, what's that guy's name? He's in all those movies with the cars, and then he used to be a rap artist too. I forget some of these guys sometimes. I'm new to the century. Ludacris. To quote Ludacris, I love that song. To quote Ludacris, move, bitch. Like, oh my God, it's a performance. We're not at the Copacabana listening to lounge singers. You guys have all of this opportunity and technology and all of this fantastic stuff in your century to make these performances lively, and you came out of a half basketball in a referee outfit and stood still. I don't understand. So anyway, that was the end of that. So if you would like to see more of me on Jimmi's channel, Petty Draper, comment below, let Jimmi know. She'll get in contact with me, and Petty Draper will be back to do some videos. Also, Jimmi wants me to thank her patrons. You guys have so much stuff, Patreon. Like, you have websites where people can help you create. It's amazing in this century. But anyway, Jimmi would like me to thank her patrons. Also, our subscribers, her pink ladies and her T-birds. If you are not one, you can click on that little cartoon pink circle there for that. And then if you would like to become one of her patrons, it's that P. And then you can watch another one of Jimmi's videos. I would like to thank you for allowing me to talk to you guys. This is something that is so new technology for me. And I have to say, I am enjoying that I can be petty to an audience. So again, my name is Petty Draper. Thank you. What's Jimmi always say? Oh yeah. Deuces.